like me to fuck you hard.
Let's zoom in here.
And I'm not sure if we're going to have time today to address the front page story of the 10 to 20 years that Senator Andy Martell's son was sentenced for raping a minor and how that is going to affect the upcoming election. Andy Martell, it's scandal after scandal, trouble after trouble. I mean, how many times can he get caught in a lie at the State House? I mean, his personal character is in shambles. It's now on the front page. His family situation, I mean, it's just outrageous because he really doesn't have the capacity to understand the legislation, and so, you know, he just goes along with whoever talks to him last, and you know, they make sure that somebody sits next to him that tells him how to vote. So it's a really sad situation to watch on the Senate floor. That they keep him in there because it's just like having a little person over there going, okay, we're voting yes now, Andy. Oh, okay. Unbelievable. You watch that stuff on the floor. I cannot envision people voting for Andy Martell for any public office any longer now that we know who he really is and what his behavior is like.
Little clips on him and pull you down the fucking street.
Happened to the Republican Party. When you got somebody like Jeb Bradley stumbling around at Glendy with this oversized T-shirt, I don't know, what was going on, but pretty bizarre. He was staying over in the dark by himself for a minute when we're standing out there holding signs for the candidates. We're looking over there, and there was our congressman out standing in the dark around the bushes with very strange guy. Do you think that Congress won't infect you with the sort of Potomac fever that obviously Jeb Bradley has a fatal disease? I really saw the dark side of Jeb Bradley's character. We all did in the vicious campaign in 2002 when he first got elected to Congress, where beyond anything that we've ever experienced in New Hampshire, Jeb Bradley's smear campaigns against his opponent in the general election of 2002 really stand as probably the lowest point in New Hampshire politics. That Jeb Bradley going on about how he votes his special for his own pocketbook, even though he's a multimillionaire, one of those trust fund kids. His real name isn't Jeb. It's Joseph E. Bradley III. Lived in Switzerland. Kind of was a bum for that's what they call. He referred to himself as a ski bum in Switzerland for years. Really not putting together what one would say is a classic resume of what you would want as a leader and as an elected official. And as Congress, he's really done a lot of really, I think, unsavory things. That his campaign had paid each of his children $27,000 in '04. And it was just a very curious lack of ethics there. It's a little interesting to somebody whose reputation in the legislature, reputation prior to being in the legislature, was really more of a kind of a spoiled party boy. Jeb Bradley asked him why he refused this debate. Of course we know why. He doesn't like women. Look what he did to Martha Fuller Clark. Probably the most disgusting, offensive attack piece since Jerry Thibodeau's attack on Betsy DeVries. What is it with Republican and women? Very strange. Another example of that is that pathetic case of a congressman that we have, Jeb Bradley.
Hitler should have bombed it.
Well, one other little side thing. The only other, I thought, funny thing that happened at the debate is I swear I saw Ray Wazorek sound asleep sitting in his chair. I know he'd had his breakfast, so maybe he takes a nap after breakfast every morning. I don't know what he does. But we know he doesn't do his job as executive counselor, but when he takes his naps or, if they're regulated because of his medication stuff, I don't know. But once they get elected, own the position and act freakish when challenged. Old Ray Wazorek is out there still never talking about what he does on the executive council. He and his half-witted assistant there, Marshall Cobley, held a press conference, which of course nobody covered, because to go on filled with misstatements and lies and blah, 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 blah. Ray, you were elected to the Executive Council in March of 2002. That was 4.5 years ago. What have you done? Sominex, use Sominex, you know? Mother, I can't understand what this guy is up to. Why would you run for something if you have no intention of doing the job?
Fuck America, fuck America. Oh, my birthday. Middle East.